Next Gen News broadcasting live from Nairobi, and we welcome our viewers in Kenya and around the world. I'm Sanya, and in our today's program, we unpack global and exclusive issues in matters concerning education, arts and culture, health, and sports. But first, here's a look on today's top stories. And French president addressed the country for the first time since the anti-tax protest by the Galette John's yellow vest turned into violent rioting in Paris 2 weeks ago after rolling on since November 17th. He acknowledged anger and indignation among the public over the cost of living, but warned no indulgence will be given to people behind the violence. The French leader said no anger justifies looting shops and attacking police, adding that both threatened France's cherished liberty. He announced a series of concessions to protesters, which the Prime Minister said will cost the country between 8 to 10 billion euros. A former sex slave and doctor have been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts to stop rape and sexual violence being used as weapons of war. Nadia Murad and Dr. Denis Mukwege received their prize at a ceremony in Ilso on Monday, and both said the international community needs to do more to stop the abuses experienced by women in conflict. Ms. Murad, 25, was one of the estimated 3,000 girls and women from Iraq Yazidi minority group who were kidnapped by Islamic State extremists in 2014. The Nobel Committee described her as having shown uncommon courage in recounting her own sufferings and speaking up on behalf of other victims. According to the report released by the WHO Organization 2018, it has been found that gender inequality, poverty among women, weak economic capacity, sexual and gender-based violence, including female genital mutilation, are major impediments to the amelioration of women's health in the African region. Women in the African region are likely to die from communicable diseases, e.g. HIV, AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, maternal and prenatal conditions, and nutrition deficiencies than women in other regions. Globally, about 468 million women aged 15 to 49 years old, which is 30% of all women, are thought to be anemic, and at least half because of iron deficiency, and most of those are anemic women are in Africa, which is 48 to 57%. And on your comments here, Andrea Kyoko says, indeed, our lifestyle is a major threat on our health. New products that has flooded the market has brought chaos and degradation on our health, and also has led to low self-esteem among women and ladies because we are not being who we are. And thank you for your comments, Anthea. And indeed, it's a very good observation that you have seen there. After a series of research on these statistics released by WHO, our correspondent, Teresia Ndungu, had to find out more about this. Here is the report.
Health is a very essential component in a human life. Therefore, in case of sickness, the growth, happiness of the family is lowered down, thus many struggles, as Gabriel Anjoro says. Even if you are not affected directly, but it all comes down to struggles and breakdown and more spending. We cannot say that men are spared in this menace, but due to the structure and psychology, women are greatly affected. We cannot say that men are spared in this menace, but due to the structure and psychology, women are greatly affected. Moral support, mental and financial support is required for a better generation of women to come. Reporting for Next Gen News, I'm Faith Nabwire.
We are now joined live by a team of experts who will help us discuss this matter at large. First is Ms. Faith McKenna, a doctor-to-be, and as Mr. Wilbert Kiprop, and finally, a psychologist, Ms. Irene Kimani. Welcome all to the program. Ms. Irene Kimani, as a psychologist, what do you think are the effects that are affecting our women psychologically? And now we are joined live by our correspondent, Teresia Ndungu. Welcome, Teresia Ndungu. Just in a summary, does the statistic concerning women's health a threat to Kenyan women?
women are very important in our community because they are the ones who hold our community. For example, women, they are teachers, they are doctors, they are everything. Now when they get ill, our society will also be ill in a way, not physically, but there's something that will be missing in our society. So women's health or females' health should be taken care of.
Thank you, Teresa and Dungu, for your information. Debbie Okiru says, with the statistics, I hereby urge my fellow ladies and our mothers, this is our health we are talking about, and no one will come to our rescue if not ourselves. So for this to change, we must take the responsibility. Thank you, Debbie, for your comment, and let's keep the conversation going, and we shall have a look at it as the program continues. Make sure to follow on Twitter at NextGen News Kenya and at Isaac Sanya on Twitter.
We have been saying the girl child has been empowered, and it's true she has been empowered to some extent, but there is a lot of education that still needs to go on. Right now, our women are more vulnerable. You know, the women physique, the body generally is weaker, and women are more susceptible to various diseases because of their reproductive health. They're the ones who get pregnant, they're the ones who carry the babies, they're the ones who breastfeed and take care of the baby. So women have to take better care of themselves. So they are more vulnerable to diseases, to getting pregnant, to STIs, to all that. So that's why the issue has to be reevaluated. Because you can just say the girl has been empowered. Maybe she's been empowered in career and education, but when it comes to her own health, many of the girls are overlooking that, and they are not taking care of themselves, and they are falling victim into a lot of diseases.
And what do you think are the measures to be taken?
Say you need to really educate, like what we are doing right now, spreading the message. On Saturday we have organized a conference it's organized by the councillors, but it's organized for the ladies, and we've even invited other universities. And we want to tell the girl child that as much as you are being empowered, you need to take care of your health physically, emotionally, psychologically, socially, spiritually, every way. You need to be mentored. You need to do a checkup. The way we go for physical checkups and we check our blood, our pressure and all that, you also need to check yourself mentally. Am I coping? Am I going on well with my studies? Am I bowing down to peer pressure? Maybe you didn't mean to go to a party, but you go to a party, you take substances, before you know it, your life is messed up forever. So we want to tell the girl child, get the proper information from the right people, get good role models, get mentors, and where you need help, we are here as professional counselors to work with you, to help you with any issue you are going through. We also have a very important thing that we want to talk to women, that is gender-based violence. We have a lot of women who have been victims. Some have died, others are in hospitals, others have lost limbs. We are not saying that men are not victims, but women are more susceptible to that. So you should be careful. Be careful of who you associate. Be careful of the relationships you are in. You should not stay in an abusive relationship, because you have self-worth, you have self-esteem. So girl child, please take care of yourself, but you're also telling the boy child, also take care of yourself. We need to work together, complement each other towards a better humanity.
Thank you all for joining us today, and thank you for your information. And now this brings us to the verdict. One will say someone's health and matters does not concern him or her. But the truth is, yes, it is. We see many struggling with health issues, and yet we ignore. But let us open our minds. Imagine God creating Adam and leave him there without Eve. Yes, I know what you are guessing. But the truth is, women usually give men a purpose in life. And without them, it's a really struggle for men. For example, let's take a single father. And in the world right now, if you get a single man raising the children that has been left by a wife, it's really, really hard. But you just go outside there and see how single ladies are raising their child. This means that our women as so they are the cornerstone of our families. And if they are engaged with these health issues, and each and every time they're in the hospital, they don't have that energy to work and also raise their families. We see there are so many struggles in a family. Therefore, one's health is a better to all. And if all of us have a very, very equipped health facilities, infrastructures, I bet that this menace that the statistics that the WHO has just released, it will just be a vice versa. And Africa should be a continent of well and living healthy women. I'm afraid that's what we had for you today. But don't forget to continue the conversation online, Twitter and Facebook at Isaac Sanya Facebook, and also at Next Gen News Kenya at Next Gen News on Twitter. And also don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment on our YouTube channel. Until next time, goodbye.